G'day guys, what's going on? It's Gareth. Today, very cool daily episode because we're going to quite literally plunge our way into Stern Pinball's new game called Rush. I'm going to stop that generic sound effect. Have you guys noticed every time you watch a TV show or a movie and there happens to be someone in the background playing a pinball machine in the bar or something, right? No matter how modern that game is, they will play the sound of a 50-year-old game, 5 decades. Why not? We'll just add that sound because why not? All right? Fuck the viewer. That's what they reckon. Anyway, forget about that. So, Stern Pinball. Okay? Really, really love the brand. They have built a Rush pinball machine. Now, I'm going to be completely frank with you. All right? It would be really cool if your name was actually Frank, because then it would be very meaningful to you, wouldn't it? But I'm going to be frank nonetheless. I've absolutely no idea who Rush is. All right, I'm sorry. I live in Sydney, Australia, and for whatever reason, Rush have never really been a thing down under. All right? Except for the other Thrush. But that's a whole nother thing completely. You wouldn't want a pinball machine based on that. It would make the kids cry, I'm pretty sure, okay? But the band members could literally walk down my street past my house and I'd have absolutely no clue who they are. They could have a boombox on their shoulder playing their biggest hits and I would be like, who the fuck do these people think they are? I'm sorry, I'm sure they're a great band. We've never really known them, talked about them, seen them, heard them that much, okay, in Australia. So it is what it is. The theme is obviously not going to be for me, but I quite like what they've done with the game itself. So let's just get straight into it. So they've got the Pro, the Premium, and Limited Edition. Before we show you the actual things, I want to talk about the designer quickly, John Borg, okay? He's really famous when it comes to the pinball community, right? He's built a lot of different games in the past. So here is a quick little rundown on pin side of the games that he's made, all right? So Rush, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I've still not played that game, unfortunately. Munsters. I love the game. Munsters Pro. Guardians of the Galaxy. Great game. Aerosmith. It was okay. It was all right. Walking Dead. I think we can all agree, and Kiss as well. Kiss was okay. I think we can all agree, though, that Walking Dead was absolutely incredible. Love that game so much. Iron Man Pro Vault Edition. Cool game. I played the original, not the Vault Edition, but yeah. Metallica was absolutely incredible. Ballpark, hit out of the ballpark, right? X-Men was okay. Tron, absolutely incredible. I think I can talk on behalf of everyone in the pinball community right now that we wish Tron would become a Vault Edition at some point. Now, if you already own a Tron game, clearly you don't agree with me because your game would clearly go down in price. It is what it is, right? But yeah, for the majority of the 99% of the pinball loving population who don't have a Tron, I think we can all say that we really want a Vault Edition to come out. Avatar was a bit of a Iron Man again. Big Bucket Hunter. I've actually played that one. That was fun. Never played NBA, even though I'm 6'8" tall. I probably should have played that one. But hey, it is what it is. Indiana Jones. I'm just going to say right now, Indiana Jones, the original, by far, hands down the best one. Can we all agree on that one? All right. Crocodile Hunter. Unfortunately, this one was cancelled due to unfortunate circumstances. NFL. Haven't played it. Austin Powers. Now, we will be talking about Austin Powers later in the end of this video. That's a great game. High Roller Casino, great game. Sharky's Shadow, I've actually played that one as well. Striker Extreme, no, I have not played it. Harley Davidson, good game. The Lost World Jurassic Park, great game. That's the sequel. That's the sequel to the first one, right? Twister, great game. Apollo 13 had 13 balls in Multiball, didn't it? It's a great game. Frankenstein, yeah, Richie Rich, not played it. It's because only one was produced apparently. Well, there we go. Guns N' Roses, great game. I haven't played the new one now from Jersey Jack. I really want to play that one. Tales from the Crypt, The Last Action Hero, Jurassic Park. I'm just going to stop reading, and for two reasons. One, because it's finished, and two, because there was too many to call out. But there we go. That's pretty much the end of the list of things that he's been involved in. Now, here is Stern Pinball's actual YouTube channel. So they've released, currently as of right now, okay, what's the date? Not that it matters to you Americans, because we are like ahead by 15 hours. Australia's ahead, right? It's at 5:30 at night, PM, okay? What's the date? The 5th. That might actually help, eh? That might actually help you guys a lot. So we got 4 different videos so far. I think we're just definitely going to watch this one, and maybe a bit of the premium and LE version as well. I have seen all of them, even though there's no red line on these. I have actually seen it. I don't know. It's basically lying to you, okay? Let's watch it right now. And I think I'm going to have to mute it because, you know, YouTube. They're a bit weird when it comes to copyrighted songs, you know what I mean? So let's just get to this right now. If it will load. Come on. There we go. All right. Can you guys see properly? Okay. So I guess I'm just going to talk about things as we see them. So Stern's got their new online gaming system that you scan your phone. That's been introduced for every new game now. So that mechanism in the middle reminds me of a couple of games. One of them being Austin Powers. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Now, as you guys know, look, I'm not a big fan of the band. I don't really know much about them. So it's not that I hate them. I don't hate them. I just don't know anything about them pretty much, right? But I think the game looks pretty fun. And that's obviously the key part, right, of any situation when it comes to building a game. You have to make it fun. There's a vertical up kicker. That's awesome. Movable ramp to the middle. Or is it Lord of the Rings? Yeah, we might talk about that later in a second as well. There's the band members with the boombox walking down my street. I have absolutely no idea who they are. There's Rush. Or Thrush, depending, right? Let's quickly watch the other one. Bits and pieces of it at least, okay? Okay, that's fine. So what's this one, the Pro? That's the LE, isn't it? Okay. The artwork is okay in my opinion. So Stern Insider connected, integrated with the game, okay. 16 iconic Rush songs, that's interesting. 16's a good number. Alright, the band members, yep, no idea. Right over my head on that one. You got to include pop bumpers in every game, otherwise it just doesn't feel like pinball, does it? Really, really doesn't. The Time Machine Multiball. Interesting. So that ramp is currently down. See the ramp? There it is, and it's going up. That's interesting. I really like magnets in games. It just, as long as, I'm going to pause it right now for a second. As long as the magnet isn't around here, like Addams Family. Now in Addams Family, randomly the magnet just goes whoosh, 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 and makes the ball go everywhere, right? I don't quite like that. I want my balls, I want my shots, the balls that I've shot to be going in a specific location, right? I don't want them to be random. But magnets, when placed in specific areas, like that, I guess, really, really cool. Now that reminds me of Metallica. Doesn't the ball go underneath in the Premium and LE in Metallica? I think it does. It's been a while since I played that game. And a third flipper, right? That is 100% a must in my opinion. 2 flippers is obviously standard when it comes to any pinball. You don't want to have anything less than 2 because then you've not really got pinball, have you? But I think 3 is the key to any pinball game because you could really put that third flipper almost anywhere. Almost, right? You could utilize a third flipper like in Whitewater Pinball, for example. They used the upper flipper on the right, but it was the upper flipper, right? And yeah, three flippers are definitely my thing. So they've obviously got some sort of clock here. That clock reminds me of Twilight Zone's clock. And the Twilight Zone clock didn't really do anything but move, right? It wasn't really interactive with the game. Does that clock work with the game in any sort of interactive way? I don't know. I like that they've used plastics as well as steel ramps because a lot of people have bagged out pinball companies in the past, being like, well, look, you know, there's too much plastic on the ramp. They've used a bit of this and a bit of that. You know, there's metal, which we all seem to like. Obviously, it's great, but they've used the plastic too. I think it is used in a great way. But yeah, all plastic ramps is not really my favorite. I'm looking at you, AC/DC, even though it's a great game. Yep. Forget about that one. So why? Okay, so I read somewhere that that him from the Bare Naked Ladies is actually in this game as well. Is he providing voice? And if he is, why? Because he's not in the band, right? So why is he doing that? I'm not really sure. That's awesome. You got a tilt with the rocks falling down. Race car track pictures from the video. What do you want to call it? I don't know. Huh. I've seen a video on how they get that shot before in the past. They use a little Insta360 Go camera. And wow, there's a bunch of moths in my studio right now. I've got a birdcage over there. But yeah, they use a little Insta360 Go camera tracing around the track. That's how they get those amazing shots. So I mean, look, right now, as I've seen these two videos, kind of impressed. It looks good. I like a rampy game. I like to have the ball go, you know, a bit of here, there. It adds a bit of visual fun, goddamn, to the game. Okay? God, this is such an unprofessional situation. Go away, moths. Who invited you here? All right? Fuck. Anyway, so let's look at the pictures from this website. This week in pinball. All right? If you don't know, this website has a bunch of interesting reviews on pinball machines, present and past. All right. So what's that? That's the Pro. That's the Premium. We'll make these a little bit bigger so you guys can see them better, yeah? And that's the LE. Definitely, yes, the LE model. All right, well, there you go. Cool, move on. Scroll down a bit more. So what's this one? Okay, so that's the Pro. I think we're gonna focus mainly on the Premium and LEs today. I usually do that every time we review a pinball machine, a brand new pinball machine. We like to review the best of the best kind of thing, right? But there's the, oh, so that's the Premium. This one's the Premium. Okay. And this one's the LE. Yes. Okay. While we're here, we're going to quickly check the differences between the Pro and the Premium. So first things that I can notice right now is that the Pro doesn't have the clock, whereas the clock is up here. I think I read somewhere that the Pro doesn't have a movable ramp, but that is there anyway. You've got the time machine thing that's sitting there, and it still works the same as the Premium and LE. What else can we notice that's different from the two? Gosh, it's so hard to see from this angle, hey? It really, really is. Can you guys see? One of the things that we saw in the video was the behind the flipper shot. I like that shot. It reminds me of Star Trek, the Stern Star Trek one. Was the Williams Star Trek one doing the same thing? I can't remember. It might have been. I can't remember now, but anyway. So can you guys tell any major differences between the Premium and the Pro? So we'll zoom in a little, okay? And we're just going to slowly go up and have a look. We've got some drop targets. Drop targets are always fun. Better than static targets, that's for sure. I mean, shit, it's actually a great looking game, 100%. There's no complaints with the way it looks. You know, the theme's not for me, right? But the way it looks, it makes me want to be introduced to the theme, as opposed to like, oh, you know, you get what I'm saying? I don't know, the art seems a bit weird on the faces. You reckon? I'll get back to that in a minute. Let's continue looking up on the Pro now. This is definitely the Pro. Oh, by the way, yeah, they've added a third flipper for the Pro right there. So that's awesome. Sometimes for the Pro, they don't add the flipper. Sometimes if there's a 3 flipper game, right, they only add 2 flippers for the Pro and you know 3 for the Premium kind of thing. So that's interesting that they've added that. It's always good when they add extra features for the Pro, right? And there you go. So I'm sure there's a few more things that are missing there, but initial thoughts is it's hard to tell what it is. All right. We'll zoom out a little more. And we're going to go to these pictures. I'm like a dog who's like just heard the word treat or biscuit or walkie. Like, what? I'm looking at the picture from the side. Is that, you know, Does anyone get the reference? Does anyone get the reference? No. Never mind. Never mind. Okay. Don't listen to me, guys. Okay. All right. So yeah, who's who? So we got John Borg, the lead designer and lead software engineer, is Tim Sexton. All right. And there we go. There's the other interesting names for the other important roles for the game, right? So price and production, Pro model, 6,900. This is American. Premium model, well, 9,000. Let's face it. That's not 8,999. That's $9,000 right there. And limited edition. Have they raised the price recently? 11 grand, 100. Because, you know, adding that extra 100, it shouldn't really break the bank at that point. It really shouldn't. Okay. It really shouldn't. Features. 17 RGB software controlled LEDs. Now, one thing that's always got me thinking when it comes to Stern Pinball is why do they stick to, why do they, when they build their newer games, right, they seem to stick to a very small amount of RGB lights, right? Lights that can change different colors. Now, you know, going back, what, 10, 12 years now? When Jersey Jack Pinball introduced their very first game, right, which was, I can see it in my mind, I just can't think of the word. What's the, you know, somewhere over the rainbow, far away. Just like the thought of my mind right now, I can't think of the name, it's very far away. But The Wizard of Oz, Jesus, what's wrong with me? I'm going to flick my red slippers, my heels, you know, there's no place like home in a second, and hopefully I get there, okay? But, you know, their first game had every single light pretty much was an RGB. And, you know, that's like 10, 12 years ago, for fuck's sake. And every game after that, they've done pretty much the same thing, if I'm correct, right? I'm pretty sure it's right. So why does Stern keep releasing these new games with only 17 RGBs and the rest would be just normal white color? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, there's no denying that, you know, Pirates of the Caribbean, for example, or you know, Guns N' Roses, you know, Jersey Jack, right? All their colors, all those lights are RGB. They can all be changed to any color in the software. It looks amazing. It looks visually stunning. No one can say it doesn't, all right? It looks incredible. Maybe if you're an oldie in the game and you're kind of used to the whole, you know, having, oh, I don't know, 10 lights on the whole game and and they're all white. I don't know what I'm looking at my pretend watch for, but anyway, forget about that for a second. But yeah, that's just one of my beefs regarding Stern Pinball and all new games that they release, right? I mean, Star Trek, when they released Star Trek, that was all RGB, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure it was. So then why did they go back and revert to their whole, we only put in a few RGBs here and there situation? I don't know. So there's that underground subway system with the balls go underneath and you can kind of see them. Like I said, I think Metallica does the same thing, right? So those are the things that one has. Is it the model? Which model is it? Pro? I have no idea. Well, this is the Pro model right here. There we go. Bam. So it looks like this loops, does it? Does that loop around? And what's this one? It's like a secret, secret stand-up target. That kind of reminds me of Addams Family. There's like one of them. It's kind of like one of them situations in Addams Family. I'm pretty sure. That was a great game, except for the magnets. They're a bit naughty. They're a bit naughty. Premium. So I mean, that's really where you're going to go, right? I mean, obviously, if you're new to pinball and don't know much about this, then you know, obviously. Let me tell you right now. Let me school you, son. Let me tell you how it's done. All right. Stern Pinball, mainly. Stern Pinball usually have three models. You know, like the Pro, the Premium, and the LE. And usually, the Premium and the LE are the exact same, roughly. Features-wise, they're roughly the same. All right. Usually, the LE has every time the LE has a little badge on it that says your pinball is number 1 of 500, for example, and it may have an autograph or two from the designers of the game, right? But basically the Premium and LE are roughly the same. Obviously the LE is going to be more expensive, but the Pro is usually bought for pubs and club situations, you know, going to a bar, all right, people wanting to play a game because it's there, right? No, they're not going to really care if it's a premium LA or LE. Oh, I can't even speak. They're not going to care if it's a premium or LE because they're just, you know, drunk, let's play a game. So it makes sense for the person owning the game, owning the bar, to just put the pro in there, so there's less of an opportunity for something to go wrong when something is broken. The less mechanisms in a game, the less will go wrong, obviously, right, over time. Now, do those numbers actually change, or is it kind of like printed on? It's a good question. And does this actually work with anything in the game, or is it like the Twilight Zone, like we said, where it just kind of moves randomly? I'm not too sure. But that's a good looking game right there. That's a good looking game. So I'm going to show you this in a second. We've got Lord of the Rings and we've got Yeah Baby. All right. So we'll show you that. So there we go. There's the LE model. Production limited to 1,000 machines. Certified and you know, signed by Gary Stern kind of thing. John Borg. All right. Awesome. So there's number 1 of 1,000. Interesting. I wonder if I'll ever see a Rush Premium or LE in Sydney, Australia. I don't know. We've got a few different barcades around here, but nothing compared to America kind of thing. So there we go. That looks pretty. So, all right. Here we go. Songs and models and modes, I should say. So if you guys want to read that, please do. I might make it a bit bigger for you. So I'm guessing these lights are the different songs. Is that what it is? All right. Got a couple of random brains flying around because, you know, why not? You've got a dude on a waterfall raft about to fall to his death, apparently. That's kind of interesting. Is that a black hole? A cork! A cork going through a black hole. All right. I mean, it must mean something in the world of Rush fans. I mean, I'm sure it means something, right? But there goes that fake watch looking thing again. Absolutely no idea. Don't know. There we go. There's the magnet holding the ball. So let's just quickly talk about this right now. Now that we're on the subject of the magnet holding the ball, right? So, okay, there's 2 games I can think of right now. This is Lord of the Rings. All right. So here's the Lord of the Rings game. Kind of similar in some ways. Obviously, the main situation would be, you know, the ring to rule them all. All right. The one ring. My precious. In that game, the monster would move out of the way or block your way or whatever he did, but this game obviously doesn't have that. But yeah, I mean, the ball was trapped in that little magnety thing, right? Anyway, so there's Austin Powers as well, and of course, you know, there's that as well. The ball was getting trapped in there, so yeah. There's a toll on this game. So there you go. If you need to go, you need to go, right? So that's just a couple of examples of games that I can think of that are a bit similar. Now, obviously, look, you know, as companies keep making games, right? Obviously, there'll be a lot less to do. There'll be a lot less. Oh, how do I say it? There'll be a lot less unique games as time go on, because, you know, companies, the designers can obviously only make a certain amount of games before they have to start recycling from other games, right? So there's that to think about. Don't judge them too harshly. But sometimes in the past, we have known this about certain pinball companies, right? Sometimes they have recycled older games and just kind of put a new skin on it. So that does happen from time to time. Is that this situation? I don't think so. But they've definitely heavily taken from Austin Powers and Lord of the Rings. So anyway, let's continue looking a bit more down this website. Far Cry Multiball. That's a great PlayStation game, but probably has nothing to do with the band Rush, right? Right, okay. Boom. Okay, yep, third flipper. So I'm guessing the third flipper has 1 shot there, 2 shots, 3 shots. I wonder if you can use this third flipper. I wonder if you can use it for the middle shot. You might be able to, you know, because the ball would just it would go like this, and it would hit it right there, and then you could probably get it up, right? I'm thinking. Just a thought. So look, I want you guys to tell me in the comments down below what you guys think about this game so far. Are you a fan of the band Rush? Are you living in Australia? Do you know who they are? It's a good question. Now I want to go back to the artwork quickly. If this is making you sick, focus on my beautiful face while we do this. All right, deal? Now the artwork. I don't know what to think about the actual face artwork. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? How do I explain it? Okay, so you got the three bandmates. This guy looks decent. He looks fine. I mean, obviously it's not photoshopped, and let's face it, a lot of pinball enthusiasts don't like photoshopped games, including me. Give us a great artist like Zombie Yeti. Is that his name? Pretty sure Zombie Yeti. He makes great art for great games. Okay, I don't think this is his game. Like I said, we showed you the art guy before. I don't think it's him, and it's a completely different style. But I don't know. This face looks great, whereas these two look a bit weird. Yeah. This face looks like it could be a human being, whereas this one looks cartoony. And then this one kind of looks, well, even more cartoony. Yeah? Why? I mean, look at his eyes. This guy's eyes, what have I done? His eyes are kind of, you know, perfect. I don't mean to sound weird or anything, but his eyes look perfect. Like, God, I could just look into them all day long. But these two guys' eyes... This guy looks like a fucking cartoon character, doesn't he not? And this guy looks like he's, you know, Dr. Octopus in Spider-Man. The power of the sun in the palm of my hand. No? Yes? I don't know. That's what I think anyway. Let me know. But, well, there you go. That's just my opinion. These two guys look a bit cartoony, whereas this guy looks completely good. Why did they do it that way? I don't know. But there you go. What do you guys think about the situation? Are you going to be buying one? Will you be one of the people buying the one of 1000 LE? Let me know in the comments down below. Run Channel 2 and of course Channel 1, where we just dropped a massive Squid Game video a couple of weeks ago now. So push that button, give us a sub, okay? Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at TallBoyGareth. I've been Tall, my name's Gareth. I'll see you later. Bye.